Okay, store mission accomplished, although I do still have my mask on, yuck. And I'm gonna unzip my jacket here. They're the wrong, I'll put both earphones on just in case. Mask in pocket. Phone in other pockets. Oh, why is it all so difficult to get right? And having been through the experience of the store, which is always such a calming experience, I realized that I don't hold people accountable to their crappy leadership or their misgivings when it comes to having gotten to a position where they don't give a shit about their job, or they're just in a stuck place in life and I don't know, they just aren't doing their best. Because we ask people to do stupid shit. And it's not fulfilling. It doesn't have its own rewards. And it isn't going to make your days spent slaving away when you're in that hospital bed hoping that that beep isn't stopping, indicating you're dead. You're not going to look back and say, if only I'd have been more observant of the meat department while I was acting store manager on that one Sunday when everything was out of freaking control. And I gave accolades to people who clearly hadn't earned them, deserved them, or in any way feel like they should take them. The guy actually tried to tell me that he would give it all to me because he knew she was wrong, which I thought was hilarious. But you know what, Seth? Thanks, bro. Because that's a gesture that you don't need to make, and then frankly I didn't expect. So whenever human beings go above and beyond my expectations, I need to recheck that here I am diminishing what a human being's death is for no good reason, because he's a good guy. I've actually enjoyed working with him, and I know that we both gotten the short end of the stick, and in a lot of ways, you know who needs it more than me? Zeth. He's got a kid, a wife, or a fiance. I mean, dude's got life going on. And, if that means that he can become more ingrained in the Sprout system in a way that cascades across his family, cascade, cascade, cascade. What else do you wash your dishes with but with cascade? Well then, bueno, mucho bueno, or muy bueno, probably. And in that capacity, do I have to be such a dick? I mean, why? Why do I even notice that stuff? Why does it make me react? Why does it make me overreact? Why am I not above it? I don't know. But I know that's part of my journey, is to quit being such a nincompoop when it comes to thinking everyone's struggle needs to be goddamn fair and everyone's observations need to be of what I'm doing against what everybody else is doing at all times. And if that's misjudged, well then pay more fucking attention. Well, that is the definition of entitlement and self-aggrandizement. Me. You don't have to be greedy to be a douchebag. Me, motherfucker. And I certainly recognize that. And I recognize how much that part of myself needs to make progress. I like Seth. I like Charlie, who can be a bit of a knucklehead when he tells me how to do stuff. But you know what? Charlie's a good guy, a really good guy. And Charlie's got 22-itis. He's 22 goddamn years old. The whole world's his oyster. Good for him. Go enjoy it. But understand that at 22, everyone's a knucklehead. You don't have enough life experience not to be one. And if you're not one, you didn't get out there enough. So go live a bigger life. Become one. And then work your way out of that. That's how life works. But for me, it works in ways that when I find myself thinking I'm being slighted, it's because, honestly, I deserve it. I mean, I haven't exactly been, the guy who keeps showing up to practice every day, working my ass off. The coach just doesn't recognize my talent. I'm bullshit. Everybody saw my talent. Everybody opened gates, and everybody said, what can we do to get you to come on in? And you know what I said for the most part? Fuck you. I'll do it my way, or whatever other excuse I had, thinking I was finding myself or doing something. I couldn't even identify it. I was just, acting out, throwing a tantrum, you know, letting all the little micro triggers of the 21st century run rampant across my 20th century self to the point I lost containment. Probably, somewhat. Just like I'm losing containment on my shoe. Oh my God, what is going on down there? I think my shoe just broke, which sucks because I like these shoes. But here's another example of how the world's getting worse. Shoes used to be great. They used to last a generation. I used to inherit granddad's fucking work boots. And now, I mean, you buy some knockoff piece of shit from anywhere but the most reputable sports realtors, and they fall apart. They just turn into shit. The sole comes apart, the stitching comes apart, whatever. And I know that planned obsolescence has run rampant. And so here we sit, living with mediocrity. And again, I understand why. I get what motivations led us into this position. I'm just asking, is this where we want to be? Do we want to be in a place where a block and a half away from my house, my shoe fell apart, and now I've got somebody in my path who I'm taking a right to cross a snowy bank so they don't see me walk across the street with a shoe that's broken? Like, why do I care? Why is that something that I can't be laughing at too? That my shoe, that now is in a form I can't believe it got home in. But here I am at home with my broken right shoe, to go with all my lost left gloves, to go with all my key rings that disappeared while I was shopping, to go with everything else in the universe that just for whatever reason seems not to work out in my favor. Well, that no longer bothers me. I no longer care, universe. I'm above it, and I'm working on proving it. And at some point, hi feed, when I get to the point, yeah, but that's cat food. Hey kitty, yeah, I know you smell it. At some point, when I find myself having been able to be kind to all the Angelas and the Andreas and all of them that are out there doing their thing, and there's a bunch of them, stop it, feed, please. When I finally am at the point that I can forgive all of them for what they've done, including forgiving myself for losing my phone here, well, that's when I'll know I made the kind of progress that I think I'm capable of. Until then, I guess I'm mostly full of shit, right?